Don't buy this anymore. Don't buy the Family Edition Wii. If you're going to buy a Wii, buy the original one. It's pretty straightforward. I don't have a...
Seems to work fine. The only thing with the Wii Mini is it doesn't play on the internet. You can't connect to the internet, and you also cannot play GameCube games. So at this point in time, I don't know that there's much point in buying a Wii Mini, especially since I paid $130 for this. And
the Wii Mini is just pointless, and if Nintendo ever releases a Wii U revision, it should be slim and better than the original.
So the Nintendo Wii was released in North America November the 19th, 2006. And what Nintendo president was trying to do at that time was not necessarily compete with the likes of Sony and with Microsoft in terms of, graphical power or CPU power, but more along the lines of the kind of the pick up and play kind of like novelty of games that can attract just about anyone, anywhere. And again, you would get to use the fun motion controllers in order to interact with the screen. So that was what they were shooting for. So for the original Wii, there was a whole lot to like about it. All the way going from the slot loading here to there was an SD card that was in the front. You can see that there was a GameCube memory card that you could insert right here, as well as use a GameCube controller, which I thought that was so very cool. You could slide this piece down and you could insert an SD card in there as well if you needed to sync a controller. It had the normal connection ports for video out, the sensor bar, and the power, but it also had 2 USB ports. And on the Wii Mini, you will see there is a sync button, which was previously in the front of the original Wii console. And so there is no controls on the very front. Instead, they opted for a top-loading disc tray, and there is only a power button and the open button. If you click on the open button, there is where you're going to be putting in your disc. Now, a lot of people like that feature quite a bit. Going over to the back, the main thing you'll notice here is that there is only one USB port. So we had 2 on the original, but only 1 over here. Also see folks who compare the size of these things, and sometimes they say that the Wii Mini really wasn't that much of a mini. And well, here's a comparison so you can kind of judge that for yourself. Okay, so there's a nice little view there from the side, and we'll get a few more looks here. And just a bit of a top-down look. You can see that there is actually a little bit more room than what is at least alluded to in some videos. The power button made it into the Wii Mini. The reset button did not. There is also not an eject button because it's not needed on the Wii Mini. So you can access the SD card on the original Wii by simply folding this down, and there is your SD card, as well as there is a sync button. That sync button is now found over on the side here of the Wii Mini. And there is no reset button on the Wii Mini, so what you will have to do is to manually turn it off each and every time in order to reset the console. Again, to call out the slot loading one from the original Wii over to the top loader that is on the Wii Mini. Taking a comparison at the back again, you can see there's not a lot that is really different here. The only thing is they have removed one of the USB ports on the very back of it. Not only that, there is also no Wi-Fi modules inside of the Wii Mini. So while the hate for the Wii Mini, it did come with Mario Kart, which was at least a $50 game, as well as it came with the nunchuck, again, a nice red color. And then it came with a Wiimote that had the Wii Motion Plus inside. And then for the video, the Wii Mini could not output in 480p. it could only max at 480i. And so here is a Wii to HDMI converter. What you can do here is that it basically plugs into the back of the console, and then you can use HDMI on your Wii. It says here full HD 1080p. Don't let that confuse you. The max output of the Wii is still going to be 480p. And again, this does not work with this Wii Mini. Okay, so let's do a Wii Mini recap, and let's focus right now just on the hardware. So the first item is it includes no internet access, meaning the hardware does not have a Wi-Fi module inside of it, nor can you use a USB to Ethernet adapter to get internet. And this means that there is no online multiplayer for games that's on the Wii Mini, including the game that it came with, which was Mario Kart. And you also can't buy any downloadable games. So the Virtual Console, all of the Mario Brothers, etc., that you could purchase before on the Virtual Console, those are off the table now. It also means that you can't even use this box to do things such as like streaming Netflix. So sometimes people use older hardware they have around the house to maybe give to a relative or pass down to a family member to maybe just play Netflix. So again, they can't even do that with this thing. And then it does not come with an SD card slot. So without support for these SD cards, you can't do things such as look at photos. It also makes hacking the Wii a lot more difficult, as you will have to rely on some other blue bomb methods. There's no GameCube support. So for the first couple of years, the original Wii supported game discs that were made by the GameCube. It also supported GameCube controllers and memory cards. So this model, just like some of the later modules, they ditched this feature just to cut cost. And so the Wii Mini also doesn't have any type of GameCube support. The Wii Mini does not have component video output, which splits the TV picture into 3 signals to give you a 480p picture. Since the original Wii did not support high definition resolutions or HDMI cables, component video was how you got the best picture out of the system. On the Wii Mini, you must settle for a composite cable, which is only going to give you a 480i resolution. And then finally, there is no reset button. Now, I didn't really use the reset button that often on my original Wii, but it was interesting to see that they decided to remove this reset button from the Wii Mini. Again, I'm looking at this as maybe another effort to save cost, but kind of ridiculous it was removed. And then finally, you only get one USB port instead of the 2 USB ports that the original Wii had. Wii OS is actually called iOS, and it is a modified version that they made just for the Wii Mini. So with that, you'll see that you can't add things such as channels. So like official ROMs or the Virtual Console, as I was mentioning just a second ago. Without this functionality, the system looks just really bare. And so one redeeming feature for the Wii Mini is that if you purchased one at the original $99 USD, then now you should be able to get much more out of it. Most of these things are running around $250 to in the $220 range. And even if you've already lost your Wii Mini box and maybe the manual, if you still have the game with it, that game still runs for about $50. And then for the remaining system, you could easily sell the Wii Mini console plus the red nunchuck plus the Wiimote for at least in the $80 range. Okay, so there we go. That is my thoughts on the Wii Mini. I hope you found this quite interesting, and if you'd like to watch more videos just like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well as like it and leave a comment. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.